Hello, my name is Emily Blackwell, and I'm currently a sophomore at Unlv studying hospitality management. For one of my electives, I decided to take public health because it was a subject I knew little about. For my final project, I wanted to inform myself and my classmates about STD rates in college students with a focus on HPV. I hope this presentation helps you not only learn about HPV, but what you can do to prevent yourself from contracting STDs as well. From my viewpoint, I rarely hear anything about STDs. It seems like such a taboo topic to bring up, which may be the reason why 20 million people were diagnosed in 2019. Out of that 20 million, 10 million of those were college students. This is what really sparked my interest, that people 18 to 24 were making up half of this number. In addition to that, HPV is the most common STD for college students to contract. It is so common that most people at some point in their life actually will contract HPV. So HPV is known for attacking the cells that protect us from the outside world. For example, the stick figure I have right here, he, as you can see, has arms, legs, a head. That those cells that HPV is attacking is actually what protects us from the outside world. So all of our organs and stuff, those cells are what kind of makes up the outermost layer of our skin that protects us from harmful things. So what happens when these cells are attacked? The cells are usually infected during sexual intercourse, which is why most infections are near sexual organs or the mouth. The cells begin to weaken and become infected. These infected cells, although don't show themselves easily, there's little to no symptoms for HPV. The main one is warts, appearing in the affected area with like a cauliflower texture. These may be written off as nothing by many people because they're not really red, they don't really look disgusting, they're just kind of abnormalities in the skin. So due to the minimal symptoms, many people live their lives without ever knowing they have HPV. But strains of HPV, such as 16 and 18, cause cancer up to 20 years after the infection. So many people might live their lives never knowing that they had a STD or HPV, and then, after they have kids and stuff, they get diagnosed with cervical cancer, for example, and that's when they figure out, oh, I've had this STD for my whole life, and I haven't really been able to do anything about it because I just never knew. And then unfortunately, there's no really cure for any strain of HPV because we're just not there in medicine yet, but we can take steps for preventing it and acknowledging the issue at hand. So for prevention and awareness, one way we can take a stand is by getting vaccinated. Currently, there is a vaccine that takes 3 doses, and it drastically lowers your chances of contracting HPV. This vaccine is important because you have to get it before you contract HPV, or else it's not going to do anything for you. A study actually done by the University of British Columbia recently found that British Columbian women who had the HPV vaccine as grade 6 girls had a 50% reduction in the incidence of cervical cancer compared to the unvaccinated women. So what that means is a lot of their cells were already prepared to fight off the HPV when people who weren't vaccinated were not. To me, this shows even more that we should be implementing the HPV vaccine. Also, school and parent-based approach may be the best way of getting information out, not only about HPV, but STDs in general. I know when I was growing up, there wasn't a lot of information out there for someone at that age where they are, maybe getting sexually active. I didn't know anything about STDs, and I've had to figure it out a lot on my own, which a lot of kids may not have access to or may not necessarily know to at that age. We should be holding more information sessions for parents who want to provide better sexual health care for their child. I think there's many medical professionals who will lend their time to speak to parents about what they can do to protect their child. Another idea I have is providing these vaccines to students who truly need them and may not have the opportunity to receive it. Like the evidence previously stated, the vaccine is dropping cervical cancer numbers. This reason alone should be enough for people to opt in on getting the vaccine rather than just not getting it because it's not an essential vaccine that school needs. And then, like I said, warts are really the only symptom that someone might see. So maybe getting maybe a little bit more aware of that. Say, you have, an abnormality such as a wart near, your sexual organs. Have you been sexually active? Is there any way you could have HPV? Just so that people can maybe get new testing that's out or trying to live their life accordingly because you don't want to give it to someone else, of course. Like I said, it's our responsibility to make sure we're taking care of the future generations and one another. I think by implementing these changes, who knows what we could do. I hope that this presentation has helped someone kind of understand why we need to take action and what you can do as an individual. Again, thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you.